So he's asked me for some areas where there might be common ground. So I put I said family. All right. The idea that family is important, needs to be understood and respected and cultivated and nurtured, and it's a part not just for the people involved. It's part of the wealth and health of society in general. So because of his position, he's obviously a Christian, Bible in hand.
Born again Christian, yeah.
Whatever. I mean, do I care? I don't care enough because about it. That's your problem, not mine. I don't care.
What problem? Well, what's the problem?
But the problem is,
I don't have a problem. Let's be clear. No, I'm saying
you and people like you
I don't
are the problem.
have a problem.
You are the problem. You have a problem.
Okay.
You have a problem with the idea of Muslims and therefore Islam having a presence and a place in England and in amongst English people.
Why don't you
that is, I'm talking to my friend
here.
Okay,
continue.
Okay, and so I'm trying to play along a little bit, but he's not a friend, he's a foe. He's not an ally, he's an enemy, because his position is that Islam and England
that's what the Quran says, isn't it? So.
That's what the Quran says. You stick to your point.
It says English. England is.
Yeah.
No. He's basically saying I'm a foe.
A what?
He called me a foe.
To me, you are.
That's no problem. No problem.
What do you mean it's no problem?
No,
of course it's a problem.
No problem for me.
Yeah, well, it's a problem for me.
I mean, it's a problem for you. I don't know what makes me a foe.
Because you are saying, when it comes down to it, boils down,
so,
you're saying there's no place for me and my creed here in my own country.
So what happened was...
That's the problem.
Wait, what happened was...
That's the problem.
He was unable to answer a very simple
to
question. Now, I'm not saying you are, but I asked a simple question. So
let's see how he phrases it.
I mean, you could tell him. Do you want to tell him?
Yeah, because I was telling him.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
right?
but
so
you're taking a long time.
But I'm here all week.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I'm not here all week.
Let's see.
I'll be back here next week.
No,
I'm here every week. Yeah.
Go for it.
Family, right? There's an idea that there is something that we could share as common values, right? But all he wants to do is pick that apart and throw the polygamy, monogamy question into it as proof that these two perspectives on life are completely incompatible. So we've had a bit of to and forth about men having multiple partners in this country and all the rest of it. And what it's come down to now is he's put the question to me is about justice and fairness, and that English women won't accept the idea of men having multiple wives because women cannot have multiple husbands. And he's asked me to explain why that is fair.
Okay.
And I've said to him that he's better off going to speak to someone better placed to answer that question in good faith, intelligently, because I'm not. It's not my. I'm not. I'm not a specialist. I'm not an academic. I'm not. It's not. I'm not a student of theology, right? But I have my own take on it, my own understanding, my own basic understanding of the balance of fairness in it, and of why it's appropriate in the first place. And so he's trying to turn that round as to be proof of my failure to answer his questions. Yeah?
Okay.
So what he's saying is the question he's asking is why isn't it unfair? So I'm trying to turn that around to him to say, well, would you be happy with male polygamy as it stands, a man having multiple wives, if the women were allowed to have multiple husbands? Because that's his argument. He's saying because that's not the case, then it's outrageous. It's unacceptable. So I'm putting it back to him that if the women were allowed multiple husbands, you'd be happy with that. But of course, it shows the hole in the thinking. But he's trying to ask me to explain why is it fair, and I'm not going to put that on your shoulders. But that's just a situation where
same thing.
there you go.
Are you Muslim? Are you a Muslim? Okay.
See, even that question.
What's the problem?
Even that question. It's just what?
What exactly? What's the problem?
The problem is, it's bad faith on your part.
I asked him. I didn't assume. I asked him.
You asked him, but
What's
now
the
you
issue?
know he's a Muslim. You know that where you stand in relation to him.
Okay, all right, so cool.
And you probably stand in relation to him in the way you stand in relation to me, in the way that you stand in relation to Muslims and Islam being incompatible with England and English people.
Okay, so we're going to just, I think it's important just to clarify what he's saying. So I'm asking about a model, because he's basically, I think he said he's part of or he's leading, or he's involved in some sort of English-Muslim alliance.
Yeah.
And so I'm asking some questions about the compatibility of Islam and English culture. That's effectively it. So one second. One second.
He can't see any.
Yeah. So you've done a lot of talking.
He really want to see any.
He's done a lot of
He's not
talking.
looking to find any.
You've done a lot of talking. We know what your position is.
Good.
Okay.
And I know what your position is. Because really what his position is
I'm
is to
keen
say
on
there isn't any
understanding
compatibility
what your position
or
is.
common ground.
I would say it's definitely compatible. I think it's compatible with every culture on earth.
Okay. Polygamy, yeah. So what?
So are you reducing to Muslims and Islam down to this idea of polygamy? Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
So can I just say something?
Yeah.
So basically, right, what I'm getting at, he basically broke down the components of what he feels is compatible with English culture.
Yeah.
He mentioned faith, he mentioned family.
Of course.
We touched on both, but more so on the family.
Family and
Yeah.
From what you said, you were saying Islam doesn't actually champion family in the same way England does because of the polygamy aspect.
No. I'm talking about the equality of polygamy. So, what he's can I finish? So basically,
family, really. We're talking about
so what I'm saying is that
that's right.
I made
polygamy
one second. Let me.
proof of an argument. That
So
Islam is
I'm making a point that I don't
rather
believe
than any recognition in the
polygamy
value of family.
is the best model for English culture, because all this country knows is one husband and one wife.
Yeah.
Now, and I
it
said,
also knows gays, the homosexuals, and lesbians, polyamory,
I'm talking,
and swinging, and guys with multiple
See, you're
women
digressing.
and women.
I'm
not digressing. I'm not digressing at all.
I'm talking specifically.
I'm filling in the picture.
I'm talking specifically about one husband with like multiple wives.
They'll just fight.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm saying in British culture, the women are going to complain.
Yeah, that's true. They'll fight.
They're going to say, why does my husband
It's
get
not
four?
obligatory, you know.
Can I just finish? Why does my husband get four wives and I only get one?
Do you think that's what they're going to argue?
And
is
I
that
asked,
really what they're going to be upset
and so-
about?
and so
I
I-
don't think that's what they're going to be upset
Long
about.
ago, though, it was quite normal.
What I'm saying, but what I'm saying
in the world, it was
in
normal,
this
not long
country
ago.
right now.
What do you say to them, though?
One second.
This country right
in
now.
this-
Any woman that argues that way is a bigger idiot as you are.
So in this country right now, it's an absolute no-no. There's no, especially.
I've got two girlfriends.
But it's also a no-no.
I've
But
got two girlfriends.
Are you married?
Yeah, as well.
Well, that's Islam then.
look, I'm
But
saying
you're
like,
saying it's not normal. I'm just proving it's not true. But it's normal. It's normal,
Are you
though.
Muslim?
It's not-
He's
yeah,
he's
I'm
making a
Muslim.
point.
You're a Christian,
It is
My
normal.
point is,
That's
like,
perfect.
sensible.
You're
It's
Muslim.
absolutely
Man.
normal in Islam.
You're
The amount
Muslim.
of people
You're
that have two
dreaming.
girlfriends.
You're dreaming about an idealistic Christian society.
he's saying
that
he
doesn't
has-
exist.
Think it is.
I know.
Dreaming.
He's saying he has
Dreaming.
two
Church is
girlfriends.
closed on Sunday most of the time.
Yeah, he has two girlfriends. He's married.
I was joking.
okay, he's being sarcastic. Let me ask you this.
He's an
You're saying English
Why
values.
joking?
Okay, look. England,
I believe you, though.
they know English values are right now, current day and age.
people in English
is
society.
one man,
And
one
that seems to be
monogamy.
boiled down with this
I would say
idea
it's also
to an
gays,
argument.
it's also LGBT. They have a Pride Month every month that they celebrate. You as a Christian, I would say you're incompatible with English values because you don't agree with homosexuality. Yet English people today, like you were saying, English people today wouldn't accept polygamy. I'm saying English people today would not accept any ban on homosexuality.
But see, so that's kind of going outside of what we're talking about, because we're talking about the classical Christian culture of marriage. So when people get married in this country, in terms of, I would even go as far to say, besides secularism, the vast majority of British people, we get married in the church. Like English culture, we get married in the church. If I narrow it down to England, because that's where we are right now, we get married in the church. And we know that's strictly, because they won't marry you, one husband, one wife. But what he's sort of trying to articulate is that polygamy is fair, is equal, it makes sense. And I'm saying, how?
How's it fair?
So my question would be to you, in light of monogamy, okay, and in focusing on polygamy, one husband has 4 wives.
Yes.
Is it fair for the woman who only gets one husband? Is it fair?
Would it be fair for the husband to have
Let
4
him talk,
if the woman
because you
had
couldn't
4
answer.
also?
Let him talk. You couldn't answer.
I'll say this.
I'll
Is it
talk
fair?
when I talk. You're not instructing
can
who
insult-
can talk. You got no authority.
You ain't got no answers.
You got no authority.
You ain't got no
You
answers.
got no.
You ain't got no
I've
answers.
got plenty of. I've been here all day.
You ain't got no-
I have got the answers, but you don't have the
Okay,
authority
what's
to tell
the-
people who can and who can't.
You pulled
talk
him in?
When, no, I didn't pull him in.
I just said hello.
It's not your place to tell people who can talk
No,
and can't
I'm
talk.
not trying to control anyone, but let him
Yes,
talk,
you
because it's
are.
all messy. Like
Yes, you
you
are.
said, you didn't want that over there or whatever.
Look, I'll answer you in 2 seconds. You're
Yeah.
saying man, 4 wives should be the same as woman, 4 husbands.
No, I'm saying, what I'm asking you: is it fair? Polygamy.
Would it be?
Okay, so
Would it
for
be
the
fair?
wife, it's
Would
fair.
it-
Tell me how.
You're saying, but your definition of fair is that the numbers should equal each other. You're presupposing that man and women are the same. We're not. We're saying they're completely not the same.
Okay, so now you're saying that. Let's just take that, right?
Yeah.
You're saying a man is not equal to a.
No.
So what are you
Equal-
saying
Yes,
then?
they're equal in
He's
value.
so
they're equal.
corrupt.
They're equal.
He's so
they're equal in the eyes
corrupt.
of God. They're equal in
So
all ways.
corrupt.
But I'm talking about equal
So
in terms of.
disingenuous.
Say what you're saying. Yeah.
Yes, they're equal in terms of like how many partners they can have at the same time. No, that's definitely not.
Okay.
Definitely not equal in that.
Okay,
regard.
so that's a
they're
no-no.
equal in the eyes of God and their sins and their deeds,
Wait.
good deeds. That's all equal.
Wait. So let's be clear. Because you're a Muslim, obviously. So you're saying that in the eyes of Allah, a woman is equal to a man.
Of course.
Okay, can you show me the verse?
What? That they're equal?
Can you prove it?
I don't even need to. Yeah. What do you mean?
It's not true, because
Yeah,
I'll
just
bring it
go-
up.
Don't
You're
get
talking.
drawn,
No,
don't
this
get
proves-
drawn
yeah,
into this
yeah.
nonsense.
This
It's
proves
bullshit. This
that
is
Quran
bullshit.
preaches inequality of man and woman.
Do you want me to get the verse to prove that it's not? That's not the case.
He doesn't need
probably
to.
gonna
He
be
doesn't
the
need
verse
to. He
that's-
doesn't need, you don't need to prove
Whether
it.
it's
Let's-
the-
I can
You
probably
don't need
recite
to, you
it.
don't need to prove it.
Are you Sunni as well? Okay. Oh man. So you know, there's hadiths that talk about the
He's going to
witness,
tell you about hadiths.
the
witness
brain,
of
the size, like the
deficient-
yes,
deficiency.
women are deficient.
Listen, I speak Arabic as well.
Okay.
It's not deficiency. It's
Okay.
not deficiency.
So-
it's responsibility.
Okay.
So,
So-
there's a reason why. There's a reason why women have reduced responsibility
Oh,
in
reduce.
witness testimony. Do you understand that?
So that's what I'm trying to say to you. That's not equality.
No, they have. Okay, look.
When you have but hear me out. Hear me out.
Are you equal to a woman?
Can I
Are
just
you
can I
equal-
finish? Can I
are you
finish what
equal-
I'm saying?
do you-
I can't control
do
you,
do you equal
but
a
I
woman?
just want to finish what I'm saying. Like,
you-
do
yeah,
you know what I mean? Do you want to be a bit respectful? Just, do you know what I
am
mean?
being
Because you're a
respectful
grown
because-
man.
Yeah, I am a grown
what I mean?
man. I am a
Can-
grown
can
man.
I-
You're right. You're
can I
not
finish
wrong.
what I'm saying?
And I'm grown.
So-
I'm a bit more grown than you.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I'm
You don't know
being
my age,
respectful
but-
to the. I don't
All
know
right.
your age.
Okay.
I know I'm older than you.
Oh,
But
man.
are you equal to
All
a
right.
woman?
Okay.
Are you equal
Can I
to a
finish?
woman?
Let me
Are
Okay,
you?
but then
Let me
answer
finish.
this question.
I will
It's a
do.
good one.
Yes, I will do.
It's a
So
good
in
one.
terms of testimony,
Yeah.
you have a man's testimony, and then you have a women's testimony. I want to prove to you that even within your own Islamic corpus, equality is not there.
Just address it real quick.
Yeah.
The testimony is the same. And you know why?
No,
because
how many?
certain
No,
crimes,
listen.
certain crimes.
No, you're
certain
missing what I'm saying.
crimes-
You didn't let me. You didn't finish.
Certain crimes,
No, you didn't
women's
finish.
testimony is even more valuable than a
No,
man's.
you didn't finish.
When
You
it
didn't-
comes to female matters.
No, you didn't hear what I was saying.
So it's unequal in the women's favor as well.
No. The number of witnesses you need
Okay.
per gender. So for the man, how many witnesses do you need for the man?
For what crime?
You give me one.
Okay.
Murder. Let's go with murder. Murder. Yeah? Murder.
Just one second. Do you understand that the Sharia is... If I tell you right now... Wait, just one second, because you were talking about Sharia. We're talking about Islamic law. If I tell you right now, what's the evidence for murder in English law?
You're changing the topic.
I'm not...
How is it a change of subject?
I just want to know
disgusting.
how many
Tell me
witnesses.
Why it's wrong to ask that question.
Ridiculous.
You're
What?
treating Sharia like it's this thing with like 4 legislations. No, there's millions. It's a whole thing.
So I think what you're saying.
It's
I don't.
a whole
I,
corpus of
I think.
if this happens, if that happens, if it's a female matter.
Yeah.
If it's a female matter,
That's
the woman's testimony is actually more valuable than a man's. When it comes to adultery.
For murder, though. So for murder, that's what I want to focus on, because I don't want to digress and go to different
Has there
places.
been a murder?
Let's say there's a murder.
Okay.
Okay.
Who's been murdered?
Whose testimony?
Where's the body?
How many?
Is there a body?
When it comes to testimony, how many witnesses will be?
Case.
Yes.
It depends on the case.
So you tell me.
Give me a specific case and I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm saying murder. Just
What happened?
generally.
What people just drop
So
dead?
someone
What's the case?
got killed.
Okay. How?
Okay.
Where?
Men and women were there.
How? Where
How?
they killed?
Okay, just someone got shot.
Someone got shot. Gun.
Yes, a gun.
Okay.
Okay. Are you okay now with the details?
Gun. Why?
Okay.
Who's that putting out the bomb?
Just Jesus.
Of God?
Jesus.
No. According to you.
Right,
your
you
God?
see, you see,
Is that your God?
see,
Is that
you're
your
changing
God?
the topic.
No.
Is that your God?
You know what I'm talking about. You're changing. I know you're helping your friend. You're helping your friend. No, it's clever. It's clever.
I'm telling you.
I have to rate you
You really think
because
You really think
you know
that's God?
Jesus is precious to us. So
Nigel,
it's clever.
at least
It's
have a
clever.
decent
I have to admit that's clever. You gave him some time to
That's
search.
madness, brothers.
You gave him time to do some research, but it's
It's
okay.
crazy, brothers.
There's your
So-
murderers.
So
Guns are out.
so.
He's trying to create.
No, but he did well. I have to.
Disingenuous.
That's clever. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, because you gave him time. Oh, that's a good one. I ain't gonna lie. Okay. So we both know.
The best thing to do.
We both know.
He's coming to my space, so I feel that I'm going to defend my space. Yeah, I'm going to stand there all day and tell him he's talking bullshit. He's disingenuous bullshit.
Look,
And
if you can't control your tongue, then that shows your.
what? Because I say bullshit.
That shows your iman.
Does it?
Why not? Well, I mean, come on. What are you
It
talking
shows my cultural background.
He hasn't swore. You swearing?
Well, he's a better man than me.
Okay.
And you know.
We'll see on Judgment Day, shall we?
Will I see you on
Jesus will
Judgment
come
Day?
back, don't worry.
Oh no, we know he's coming back.
Isa,
We've been preaching it before.
What are you talking about
But-
Judgment Day? Because I said bullshit. You're talking bullshit, and you're going to see me on Judgment Day.
No.
You're really up the ante
No,
now.
yeah.
You're really up
look,
there. I
what
mean,
you
yeah,
say,
yeah.
what you
Go
say,
on Judgment Day.
God is going to account for it.
What?
What you say, how you swear, God is going to account for it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're gonna
every
run on the-
word that comes
You're
out
gonna
of
run
your
on.
mouth now.
You're going to run on the
I
Sirat
think
Bridge,
me telling you,
and you're going to
me
fall
telling
down.
you that
Let's
you're
hope. I don't want you to fall
Me telling
down.
you that you're talking bullshit
don't want you to
is
fall
less harmful than you talking bullshit.
I don't want you to fall down.
Bullshit, another bullshitter.
Okay, right about what?
He's right.
Talking
what
bollocks.
you're saying is actually worse than
And
you
mate,
swearing.
all
am
it
I
does
saying
is
that's
he puts you in a position where
anti-Islam
they say
What anti-
bullshit,
what anti-Islam?
and then you have to defend
This
it.
idea that women are
No work,
unequal,
yeah,
which
don't-
is unfounded. You have
No,
no
I'm
evidence
saying
for
that's
that.
what we're discussing now. I'm saying this is what, before I got interrupted very cleverly by the guy who's trying to help you, but what
Trying
I
to
asked,
help you.
what,
Like he's
no,
trying
he
to help
said
you.
it. He
Like, you're in
knows. He
competition.
shook my
What do you
hand.
mean?
He knows what he's
What do
doing.
you mean help him? Like,
He's trying to listen. Okay,
get him off the hook
distract
from your
him,
attack.
allow him to search.
You're attacking him,
Okay.
and
Anyway,
you're attacking
anyway.
me. You're attacking Islam, and you're attacking Muslims.
So he's obviously, he's triggered. But look, so I'm asking you in a case of murder, how many witnesses from either gender are valid?
2 men.
2 men.
I think it's 2 men. Yeah.
How many women? You don't know.